know, Beyoncé might like to call herself a savage queen, but her renaissance is no match for the sheer brilliance of what we get to see in classic films and TV shows. I'm talking about characters like Daredevil, who was freaking awesome till shows like She-Hulk came along and gave him a walk of shame. Yeah, right, like a man would ever feel guilty about getting freaky. Anyway, I'm not here to pick a fight with the snowflakes, although I'm pretty sure I could give them a run for their money. But for now, we'll just have to do with my top 10 most savage scenes across films and TV. Now, I'm not sure what kind of meat dragons like to eat, but it sure seems like Daemon loves him some crab. The crab feeder army dominates against the Caraxes, and contrary to what I just said, they do take a prisoner, although it's mainly because they want to feed him to their pet crabs and keep up their brand image. However, the hunters become the hunted when Daemon makes a grand entrance with his epic dragon. Oh yeah, this was the moment every Game of Thrones fan wanted to see, because it was about time that we saw a dragon in action. I mean, it's House of the Dragon, right? Not House of the Crab. Anyway, Daemon's beast viciously tears everyone apart with his fire breath, and the prisoner rejoices for a moment, but in a hilarious turn of events, he also gets added to the roasted items menu. Well, I guess Daemon does love a nice crunch.
And she is... Oh, and have your tongue for that.
He can keep his tongue.
Martin Scorsese gave us a gangster epic over 3 hours long on Netflix, and yet the most savage moment happens pretty early when Robert De Niro shows us what it's like to be a gangster. His character, Frank Sheeran, starts off by telling us how important it is to go to the bathroom before carrying out an assassination. He also mentions that bodyguard lives matter.
Not kill him, don't kill him, just disable him. You got no argument with him.
Which does beg the question, maybe this should be the next slogan on Kanye West's t-shirt. Anyway, Frank goes on to carry out a very cold assassination where he savagely kills his target and his entire family as they try to enjoy a nice dinner. I swear, man, they always get you when you least expect it. Hey, I wonder if they were having crabs for the main course. Damn, I guess I'm something of a savage myself.
Just answer me. Did he push you? Did he shove you? Whatever it is, did he do that?
What's
that, you motherfucker?
Come on!
For once, Hulu makes all those unnecessary ads worth it with a very surprising success in Prey. Of course, a huge chunk of that goes down to the epic Predator, who's been a Halloween staple for as long as I can remember. The scene in question is when he takes on the French hunters, and it sure is a fight to behold. It's got everything you want to see in a Predator movie, with the overpowered warrior showing off his super strength and his super gadgets in battle. What follows is a very gory battle that doesn't shy away from showing us some very savage imagery as the hunters are brutally killed one after another. The Predator's creature design really stands out, and I gotta give props to the grand finale where he uses his bombs to blow up the surviving hunters. Bro took the meaning of French toast a bit too literally. There's something about dudes like Patrick Bateman that always makes you go, that's literally me. Well, maybe not the American Psycho part, but Sigma males everywhere know what I'm talking about. Another such character is the driver from Drive. Yeah, he doesn't really have a name, so I guess I'll just refer to him as Ryan Gosling. If you want to know what makes this dude such a relatable character, look no further than the elevator scene where he shares a brief smooch with his darling Irene before he savagely beats down an assassin who tries to spoil the party. It's a beautifully shot moment that perfectly captures the loneliness of both characters, even though they're together. Damn, now I know what The Weeknd goes through when he writes his songs. But yeah, Ryan Gosling goes to town on his target, and that pretty much ends whatever romantic prospect he had with this lovely lady. See, now that part I'm sure most men can relate to. sure Henry Cavill must have been super annoyed with the way Warner Brothers treated him as Superman. I mean, he's the strongest man on Earth, and he can't even get a trilogy like Iron Man. Maybe that's why the British hunk picked up the role of The Witcher, because Geralt of Rivia can kill as he pleases. We see it in the very first episode when he takes on Renfri's gang and absolutely butchers them without mercy. Just look at him go. This is what The Witcher is supposed to be. Not some stupid story about a man trying to become a fake dad. Anyway, Geralt slashes through his opponents with ease, but he saves his best for last when he takes on the gang leader and chops his head off without even flinching. His commanding presence and cold expressions are definitely the highlight of this scene, and I sure hope Netflix does him justice in what I believe is their last shot at redeeming the franchise.
Choke on that.
Now, we might all know Karl Urban as the nasty-mouthed Billy Butcher from The Boys, but he's actually had quite a few roles throughout his career. Some might know him from Thor Ragnarok or Lord of the Rings, while others would immediately recognize the Kiwi heartthrob as Judge Dredd from the cult hit Dredd. Yes, this is definitely the superior version when compared to the Sylvester Stallone abomination, and one of the main reasons for that is Urban's commanding performance. We see it on full display when he confronts his Judge baddie in the middle of the stakeout and immediately identifies him to be a traitor. They predictably get into a fight, but the key moment is when Dredd is told to choke on this in a rather cringy manner.
Choke on it, Dredd.
I guess that must have triggered Billy to confuse his opponent as Homelander, because he goes savage mode on him and kills him. You guessed it, by choking him with a karate chop. Damn, he straight up violated his Adam's apple. How's that for karma, bro?
Law is not the law. I am the law.
Before I carry on, let me just say that the MCU version of Wilson Fisk is a bit crazy in a positive way. But bro, how does your punch not kill a little girl who isn't even half your size? Anyway, if we look at the real Kingpin, we get to see him in full flow when he savagely beats down one of his traitors in rather excruciating fashion. No, seriously, if you look at this scene, you'll probably want to cover your eyes even though they don't show anything too explicit. The cherry on the cake arrives when Wilson Fish smashes his victim's face with the car door while the other dude straight up walks out of the vehicle. I guess Kingpin really liked my Witcher entry, didn't he? See, this is how strong the Mafia Lord is. Kate Bishop could take 50 years of martial arts training and she still wouldn't have been able to survive.
And you'll never really be with your one and only Vanessa. Speak her name again! Go ahead!
With all the controversy surrounding Amber Heard and her messy situation, you'd imagine that Johnny Depp is a happy man now. However, there was a time when he was married to Aquaman's mistress, and if the court recordings are anything to go by, it wasn't pretty. So it was only normal for him to take out his frustration somewhere, but the dude decided to let it all out during the shooting of Black Mass, where he plays crime lord Whitey Bulger. The bold gangster mercilessly attacks two of his targets when they least expect it, and it makes for some captivating viewing, especially with the sudden gunshots through the car window. Now, I know that the bullets weren't loaded in real life, but still, the look on Depp's face really says it all. He might have even pulled a Baldwin if things got out of control.
So I punched him in the face.
Good boy.
Punch people when no one's looking.
That's exactly right. If nobody sees it, it didn't happen.
When it comes to playing iconic villains, I'd say Javier Bardem is a highly underrated gem. Sure, lots of James Bond fans might know him as Raul Silva from Skyfall, but the Latino hunk first made waves playing deranged killer Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men. His performance was literally mwah, and it shows in the way he hunts for Josh Brolin way before he decided to play the Mad Titan Thanos. Chigurh ain't after any Infinity Stones, but he still makes thorough work of his assignment and breaks into Moss's room. However, he finds out that he's been played as the moustache protagonist switches places with an unlucky threesome. The villain savagely kills them all, and his coldest moment is shooting the last dude after drawing the curtains on his terrified face. Man, this guy sure knows how to look good while being bad. No wonder he's married to Penelope Cruz.
Can you get those chicken grates out of the bed?
What are you talking about?
You're remember that viral Justice League video game where Batman says, "If you kill a killer, then the number of killers in the world remains the same"? Well, Frank Castle clearly didn't like that logic, so he decides to prove the Dark Knight wrong by killing a whole bunch of killers. The Punisher is known for being an absolute brute, and he only furthers that notion when he takes on a gang of prisoners and murders all of them in excessively savage fashion. I can't even describe what he does. It makes me feel sick. Just know that there's a lot of gore and a lot of action that definitely goes against the current version of what Disney stands for. I can't believe they're even streaming it on Disney+. The scene is capped off with an epic shot of Frank being subdued by a gas bomb with blood all over his face. That actually looks like a legitimate album cover.
You call me the Punisher, ain't that right? The big bad Punisher. Here I am! You want to
remove the witness?
I am the Punisher!
And there you go. Those are my top 10 most savage scenes across films and TV. Like, share, and subscribe to spread the love, and head over to the description for some exclusive links. Alright then, I'll see you next time on the TV Regent.